here in Nigeria, the Senate and the National Universities Commission, NUC, have stressed the urgent need for more universities in the country to meet the rising demand for higher education. During a public hearing on Monday in Abuja, the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund discussed the proposed federal university, Okigwe, in Imo State. Senator Muntari Dandote, Chairman of the Senate Committee and NUC Executive Secretary Chris Mayaki, highlighted the shortage of universities, noting that while over 2 million students seek admission annually, only 500,000 to 700,000 are admitted, leaving 1.3 million without access to education. Mayaki compared Nigeria's 275 universities to countries like Indonesia, which has nearly 2,000. He assured that the NUC is working on measures to expand university capacity. Senator Patrick Ndubueze, the sponsor of the Okigwe University Bill, emphasized the positive impact the institution would have on the region's development and federal recognition. Stakeholders at the hearing supported the call for more universities to address Nigeria's growing educational needs. Now, for more insights about the call for the creation of more universities and the need for the country to pay more attention to quality of teaching and learning environment, we're now joined by Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale. Good morning and thank you for joining us. Good day, sir. Now, while many people have justified the need for more universities, looking at the fact that Nigeria's population keeps growing on a daily basis, there are those who argue against that, saying that what we need is to solidify the quality of the universities that we have in terms of infrastructure, in terms of funding. For instance, we keep having ASU going on strike from time to time to, get all of this demands met. Where do you stand in all of this?
Well, you have just solved the problem yourself. What we need is to consolidate on what is on the ground. That is what we need. We have 274 universities or so.
275.
275. 149 of those are private universities. The states have 62, and they say federal government 63 or something like that. Those are enough. Those are enough. And let me make it clear. It's not everybody who is meant to go to the university. What is basic is that there must be universal free education. On a personal note, I want university education to be free for all Nigerians. That is my own personal something. But then economic considerations have to play a part. But you see, in this particular instance, we have, how do I put it now? We have not looked at the issue pragmatically, and I would dare say sensibly. It's not the case of more universities. It is a case of maintaining the ones we have. Like you rightly noted, industrial crisis has paralyzed the university system. What is important is the quality of teaching, the quality of research, and the quality of education, which I will say is not that poor, given the advent of the private universities, which can pay better and retain better staff. But you see, the story there talked of a visit by Chinese delegation from the Institute of Online Education. I think that's the direction we should be going. That's the direction we should be going. Funny enough, when I was prepared for this, I noticed there were 17 online distance learning institutions in Nigeria, from the old universities and the new ones and the private universities, including Sobowale and all the others. That is the trend now. It's just like in banking. Before, people were spending money on construction. They call it brick and mortar banks. Then online came. And then you see, I can't remember when last I went to the bank. I get my money from POS. I don't have time to waste in the Nigerian banks the way they are now. So that is the trend. And you see, somebody came from this Institute of Online Education to the Executive Secretary, Acting Executive Secretary of NUC. And they announced there that the VC of the university, Ahmadu Bello University, is now the president of this online education institute all over the world now. And they have made their own center at ABU. I wonder what the southern universities were looking at. Their center is at ABU. And before that, they were in the University of Nairobi. That's why you see Kenya in Africa is about the leading hub for electronic learning and computer education. That is the direction in which we should be aiming at. We move away from this brick and mortar mentality and allow people to study online. And to do that, we must have power anyway. We must have power, yes.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's right. We must have power. So let us get our priorities right. It's not a decorative thing that my state, imagine, they say the federal universities, 60-something, state universities, how many states do we have? We have 36 states, plus Abuja. And then you are still talking of a university in Okigwe, and people are jumping up and down wanting to create it. It's an extravagant digression and waste of time. Let us make sure that ASU does not go on strike, that our people, the people in the university system, graduate based on the tenure of their courses so that they can go and work and contribute to our economic development. That is the priority, the way I see it. Yes.
I really appreciate the insight you brought, Mr. Sobowale, especially you pointed us in the direction of going towards online education.
Yes.
That definitely needs to be reiterated. But based on what you just highlighted, there have also been some criticism saying that this recommendation, for instance, might be based on political patronage strategy as opposed to a strategic educational development approach. Do you see reason with that?
Which one is that? This one is based on
the critics of
political something.
Yes.
Which one?
That's what they're saying about this proposal for a new university.
Of course, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. That is what it is. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I said they see university building as a cosmetic, prestigious thing, that my town or my city has a university there. You get me? Whereas, you see, the university must interact with the community. You get me? In some other places, it's local governments, not even states, that have universities. Because they know the sort of need of their community, they know the natural resources. It's not every university that will serve a university where you could study law, you could study philosophy, which in some instances are useless to the society, where if there is no catchment area for their usage. You get me? There are places where you need people to learn about mining, about construction, about turbine engineering, about electrical engineering, and so on. And you build such universities in areas that you think maybe the natural resources support it. You get me? Let us learn to cut our coat according to our cloth, and not just go to the National Assembly and start making phony statements that do not help our educational advancement.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Dayo Sobowale.